Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurmilitanjena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Stapitanyena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeyam Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupa Sagrajata Sahagana Ragunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padasagana Lalita Shri Vishaka Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagapate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gorange Radhi Vrindavanishwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpa Tarubhyasya Kripa Sindhu Vyayevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. We are welcome. Welcome to the session. Yeah. So, Rasana Prabhu, you've done your assignment, so maybe you will start. And Ashaya Mataji, have you done your assignment? Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Have you done the assignment? You're muted. Unmute yourself. You're muted, Mataji, we can't hear you.
It's only like sharing, right?
No, it's not about sharing. Have you read it?
I have read it, but yeah, I thought it was about sharing your how do you call it?
What I'm saying is that we read, summarize, and share. We are going to apply it in our life.
Maybe the rest can start first.
Is that?
I can share later, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Pitamba Prabhu, have you gone through the assignment? Have you read?
Prabhu, yes, some of it.
Some of it.
Having exchanges of the devotees. There are several, like reading one slide, like you said earlier.
We are not hearing you properly. Your mouth is far from your mic.
Oh, I am connected to the Bluetooth, so wait a moment.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. So can you hear me?
Yeah, can you
hear me now? Oh,
very
okay.
loud and clear now. Yeah.
So it says here.
No, I'm only asking a question whether you have done the assignment. We will start very soon.
Yes, I read some. So
okay.
I didn't finish all, but I will try to give my best of what I've learned. So it says here that the sharing.
No. We have not started. We have not started. You have answered the question. We will start very soon.
Okay. Sure.
Thank you. Hare Krishna Prabhuji and Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Jai. So have you done your assignment today?
No, not so much. I will read, but because we have a long day today.
Okay. It's all right. It's okay. Okay, let's start. Rasaraj Prabhu, start. You can have 3 minutes. Okay?
Okay.
And Angel Mataji, you'll be the timekeeper. Angel, are you there? Angel Mataji, you keep the time. Yeah.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Start.
Yes, Prabhuji, you can start now.
Start now.
Okay. Hare Krishna. So today, this is what I found out from what Prabhupada mentioned in his purport regarding the 6 um, loving exchanges of the devotees. I'm just gonna share what I found, what Prabhupada mentioned in his purports. With regards to offering gifts in charity, Prabhupada mentioned that we are glad that people are donating very liberally to the development of the society's activities, and people are also eagerly accepting whatever humble contribution we are giving them in the shape of books and magazines, dealing strictly with the subject matter of Krishna consciousness. And then with regards to revealing one's mind, Srila Prabhupada mentioned in his purport that this was explained by Thakur Haridas when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu inquired from him how living entities lower than human beings can be delivered from material bondage. Haridas Thakur said that the chanting of the holy names is so powerful that even if one chants in the remotest part of the jungle, the trees and animals will advance in Krishna consciousness simply by hearing the vibration. And then with regards to contributing or distributing the holy name of the Lord, Prabhupada said that it is a sublime example of contributing or giving charity. And at the same time, a token, one must follow this principle and be willing to ready to receive the transcendental gift. And then with regards to accepting prasad, Prabhupada mentioned in his purport that the members of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness invite the society's members and supporters to dine with them when they hold love feasts like our Sunday love feast and all their with regards to loves Sunday love feast every Sunday. So that's all. Thank you. Hare
So
Krishna.
how are you going to apply this principle in your life?
Okay. With regards to giving gifts and charity, let me see. I will try. I cannot promise, but as much as I can, I will try.
You are not
to-
promising. You are just trying to apply the scripture in your life. That's what I'm asking.
Oh,
You are
okay.
not promising.
Okay. It's like a sankalpa for me. But yeah, I will, as much as possible, I will, whenever I meet, try to introduce Krishna consciousness with them. At least make the conversation dovetail it to Krishna. And then, yeah, with revealing one's mind, I have my devotee friends here, my god brothers. So I sometimes I talk to them very seriously with regards to our topic. Now that we have our Bhakti Vriksha every Sunday, now so it's easier for me to what we have done did so far or done so far in the past, and how we can prove it moving forward, how we can advance more, and then accepting and giving prasad. So what I can do, like I mentioned, because we already just started again our Bhakti Vriksha program. So what we do is uh, what do you call this? We assign everyone to participate in at least bringing something like if you for an offering like pakora or dal or rice. So this is a good way of practicing this principle, accepting and offering prasad to, especially in the company of devotees. So yes, thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very
Hare
much for
Krishna.
sharing that. Hare Krishna. Yeah, thank you. Always want to go next? Ashaya Mataji, you want to go next?
I can go next, Prabhu.
Okay. Pitambra Prabhu, go.
It says associate with
Angel Mataji, you start your time. When it's 30 seconds, you remind him. Yeah, thank you.
30 seconds?
It's 3 minutes.
So,
but when it's 30 seconds to
minutes.
finish, it will remind you.
Okay. So, what I've learned is that one should exchange gifts with devotees, like prasadam, what Prabhu Rasaraj said earlier, and also associate with pure devotees as much as possible, so that we can learn from them. And we should be careful with the Mayavadis, because the Mayavadis, they can speak sweetly to a devotee, and a devotee can get illusion by what he says. Like it says there's snake milk. So once the snake touches the milk, it becomes poison. So we couldn't distinguish the milk from the poison because it looks like milk, but once you drink it, it's poison. So the bhakti goes away. His love for Godhead um somehow diminishes and also clouded. So he couldn't what they call this, love God in a way that pure devotees do. And also, as a requirement for everyone, that we have to, as grihastras, we have to give our 50% to the temple, so that the propagation of Krishna consciousness will spread all over to people and make advanced devotees. To have devotees, you have to be tolerant and patient with the devotees what we have now, because not everyone can stick to the Krishna conscious for a long, like because it's a rugged path in the Krishna consciousness. So some leave very soon, but those who stick, like the old devotees, we should give them patience and tolerance.
Yeah, thank you very much. So, how are you going to apply this principle in your own life?
To apply this, I'm already donating for the temple as much as I can, and as
Very
as
good.
I'm donating, I am
Are you
not
donating
thinking what
50% of your income? Like Prabhupada said, are you donating 50%?
before I was doing it, but it was a bit big to, I mean, a little bit pressured for me because I have my own expenses. So I can donate whatever I can. Not everybody
Very
can
good.
give, because in this day and age, inflation is increasing, and also, yeah, inflation, and also the demands of the people around us. So it's hard to survive in this day and age. But
Yeah.
and the only thing we could do, if we could give 50%, is we can engage in helping the temple. So like our bodies and our minds, and helping each other out to other devotees, like giving advices like what Prabhu Kavi is doing, giving lecture, whatever our capacity is to help out each other is a good thing, rather than running away and forgetting Krishna altogether is a it's a sad thing, and then find somebody else that will um baby our emotions. Sometimes we want to lay on someone's shoulder because we're having a hard time with other people, but we shouldn't think it that way, but should continue it as a mercy, even, and then chant 16 rounds to remove that mentality. Because if you don't
Thank you.
chant, it's finished. 3 minutes is finished.
I don't know whether it's finished. I don't know. I'm just saying thank you for what you are commenting.
Finish 16 rounds, because the illusion is really strong. Once you finish 16 around many rounds, then suddenly the cloud dissipates. If you chant inoffensively, no offense. That's what I realized, that sometimes it will hurt our ego when we get chastised. And you know, you have to chant to negate it. Sometimes you have to cool off from some people, Some people.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much for the contribution. Okay.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Your friend? Yeah. Sure? Yeah. I don't want okay. We have limited time. Okay. Go ahead.
1 second. Hare Krishna.
I don't think they can hear you.
Hare Krishna. So, yeah, I read the purport. 6 loving exchanges. One thing I noted, one thing that struck me in the purport is Prabhupada said that the
Are you hearing him clearly?
sorry, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. He said that the strength of the society will be based on the loving exchanges, based on these 6 principles. He said the strength of the society will be based on how we do these 6 principles, or how we practice these 6 principles in the society. And he said that therefore one who is sincere should take association from devotees within the society of ISKCON. And then he said that a man is known by his association. So if one associates with devotees, then they develop all the good qualities. So that one really struck me, because also he was kind of suggesting that we have the previous 2 verses, text 2 and 3 is talking about, what to do and what not to do. And then afterwards, this text 4 is kind of suggesting like how we can express loving sentiments between devotees based on these principles. So that's what really struck me.
So why are you going to practice these principles in your own life?
My own life. This is actually something I'm really bad at, actually.
So how are you going to practice
Honestly.
it?
I have friends, but I don't contact my friends very often. I'm kind of just like a bit out of like a bookworm, or not like a bookworm, but like a loner also. So like I rarely contact my friends, so it's something I have to work on. Maybe I can try to contact them more, like maybe once a week or something, at least. Yeah, because Prabhupada said something like our advancement will be based on following these 6 principles. Let me find it. Sorry, my brain is not so.
Are you checking the time?
I'm cheating right now. I'm checking the book.
No, it's okay. You're allowed to check the book.
Yeah. So
I'm just
Prabhupada
asking whether they are
mentioned
watching the
something.
time.
He said people must be given because reciprocating. Oh yeah, because simply by reciprocating in the 6 ways mentioned above, an ordinary man can fully revive his dormant Krishna consciousness. And then it says here, one's desires and ambitions develop according to the company one keeps. Then if an ordinary man associates with devotees, he will certainly develop his dormant Krishna consciousness. And then it says Krishna consciousness is innate within the living entity, and then it goes on like that. But yeah, this part really struck me, is that simply by reciprocating in these 6 ways, one can fully revive his dormant Krishna consciousness. So this is something that I definitely need to work on, and please help me to be to develop these loving 6 exchanges between devotees. If you see me being in person, please tell me. Hare Krishna.
Don't worry, I'm here, very close to you, I will tell you.
Okay.
Hare Krishna. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, so any other devotee want to share quickly so that we can start going through the purports together? How you are going to apply them in your life? Now we want to hear. Jessica. Oh, Mother Cynthia is here. Oh, Mother Cynthia.
I'm here in the kitchen. Oh.
Okay. Yeah, please share. How are you going to apply these 6 loving exchanges?
Need only, please.
And apply myself as a devotee to devotional service, non-devotee. The first thing that came into my mind as a devotee, I gave them the association that I've learned from the temple, and I avoid their worldly association. For example, if they are drunkard as a devotee, I don't drink alcohol in my past. I will give them prasadam. That's all.
Very good. Very good. Okay. Thank you very much. So, Mataji, you have told us how you are going to do to non-devotee. How are you going to practicalize this in the association of devotees? Ashitya Mataji, how are you going to do this in the association of devotees?
Association of devotees, being
How are you going
patient,
to practice this in the association of devotees?
being humble and being patient and grateful and to showing the examples.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. So I think we should go ahead. Nobody is sharing again. So thank you very much. Oh, you want to share?
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. Yeah, I
Are
can
you saying
share.
something? Okay. Are you saying something different from others? How you are going to apply it in your life?
Yeah, I think most of this is I am applying already in my life. You know, in the temple, like this offering gifts and charity. Yes, I do this whenever I have some extra and accepting charitable gifts. Yes, I accept a lot of charities from devotees here in the temple. Not only prasadam, but some like, paraphernalias and dhoti, kurta, something like that. My chanting bid bag when I just started. I think all the devotees here are very generous to support you in your spiritual path. Yeah, so yeah, accepting prasadam and of course, yeah, like I mentioned this before, that we will continue to support also the temple construction. Yeah, so right now I don't have so much what do you call this, association of non-devotees, because after all our errands we spend all our time here at the temple to do all these principles. Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Hello, Prabhuji.
Are you there, Prabhu?
Are you there?
Hello, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Thank you. Yeah, we can hear you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Can I share?
Yeah, you have 3 minutes. Your
Okay,
time
3
starts
minutes.
from now.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Um, it says here that we have to always give charity, accepting charitable gifts, revealing one's mind and confidence, and accepting prasadam and offering. So what really strike me in the heart is revealing one's mind and confidence. So I am going through a nonviolent communication right now with one of my Siksha guru. She's disciple of Bhakti Tirtha Swami Maharaj. They are teaching us if we reveal one's mind, if, for example, the devotee offended us, for example, or we got offended by a devotee, there is a proper way of communicating those things that should not hurt other people as well. So those things I've learned because I am very impatient also when, I got triggered, I talk straight and then I'm very bold, but actually it should not be like that. Like when we actually talk, we should always be like non-violent when we communicate so the other people can understand and they will not be aggressive as well. So I just want to share that one. So I remember Prabhu Bhuta Bhava Das, when we have a seminar with him, he mentioned that in revealing one's mind, it is important that you kind of like don't say that, oh, you're such like this, you're like that. You can actually say in a way that they will understand you, but in a non-violent way, like, because like in this accident, incident, sorry, incident, I kind of like feel hurt when you said this word, or you behave like that. So in our community, it is very important that we actually practice non-violent communication, because everyone is how do you call it, we have our conditioning. So sometimes when we get triggered, we're like "Rah!" And then we hurt the devotees, and it's so hard already to kind of like like build that relationship again. So let's practice that, and learn to really like communicate.
Let's practice that, or you are going to practice that.
Yeah, myself. I need to practice that, because when I got angry,
Then you have
I'm
to
so
use you have to use that I will practice that.
I will practice nonviolent communication in revealing my mind to someone if somebody offended me. So I've learned a lot, and I'm very grateful to my Siksha Guru, which is Raja Lila Devidasi. She's a disciple of Bhakti Tirtha Swami Maharaj. Very nourishing, very encouraging, very loving. You can really reveal your heart. So it's important. Yeah,
Okay.
that's all. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Am I the one out of the internet, or because everybody's following? I think I'm the one out of the internet. Oh, okay. Hare Krishna, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes,
Okay,
we
thank
can
you
hear
so
you.
much, Mother Shaya, for sharing that non-violent communication in the
Yes.
association of the very, very
Yes.
important. We need that
Yes.
so much. Thank
Yes.
you. If you can practice that and you become a chaya in that, by leading that, at least we'll be very happy, okay? Thank you. So now let's go to Prabhupada's purport. Nyarika Mataji, you were not here, so I will not ask you to speak. I think you can start, just follow from today. Yeah, thank you. I know maybe you have been so busy, that's why you have not been joining. But you are welcome back. We're very happy to have you back, okay? And maybe we will be seeing you from today, isn't it?
Yeah, Prabhu. But I have to go
Thank you.
early today, but tomorrow I will be joining again full time.
Oh, what about, you promised that you are going to bring a friend. Where's your friend?
Oh, she said she's not gonna join for now. Maybe tomorrow or the other day.
Oh, okay, it's all right. So bring more devotees so that we can study the scripture together. It's very nourishing,
Prabhu.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, now let's go to Prabhupada's purport together. Let us read the verse. Try. Dadati pratigirinanti Goya akyati prichati Bhukti bujayate chaiva Sadvidam priti lakshanam. So translation, offering gift in charity, accepting charitable gift, revealing one's mind in confidence, inquiring confidentially, accepting prasad, and offering prasad are the 6 symptoms of love shared by one devotee and another. So when you say you love devotees, you have to practice this. We have to see these 6 symptoms in your life. Always eager to give charity to the devotee. When they offer you charity, you accept also. And this revealing one's mind in confidence is a little bit difficult for many devotees. We're going to discuss that later after reading Prabhupada's purport. Because many devotees in the past got hurt, revealing their mind. And then somebody, when you offend them, and they go and tell to somebody else, and then then the devotee will say, oh, my heart is shattered to pieces. Oh. So then they lose confidence in telling devotees what is bothering them in their mind, which is, this is very, very important. Actually, this revealing mind and accepting and inquiring confidential is Offering prasadam and offering gift and accepting gift is easy to do. Accepting prasadam and offering prasadam is easy to do. But this, when you say you are in a mind and inquiring confidentially is what bonds people together. It's very, very important. Because when your mind is being disturbed, you need people to discuss with, to share with. And you know that they're not going to betray you by telling it, to the public, So this is very, very important. So let's go to Prabhupada's purport. Let's start. Who wants to read?
I will do, Prabhuji. In this
Okay.
verse, Srila Rupa Goswami explained how to perform devotional activities in the association of other devotees. There are 6 kinds of activities. 1. Giving charity to the devotees. 2. Accepting from devotees whatever they may offer in return. 3. Opening one's mind to the devotees. 4. Inquiring from them about the confidential service of the Lord. 5. Honoring prasada or spiritual food given by the devotees. And 6. Feeding the devotees with prasada. An experienced devotee explained, and an inexperienced devotee learns from him. This is Goyam Akyate Prichyate. When a devotee distributes prasada, remnants of food offered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, in order to maintain our spirit of devotional service, we must accept this prasada as the Lord's grace received through the pure devotees. We should also invite pure devotees to our home, offer them prasada, and be prepared to please them in all aspects. This is called Bhakti Bhojayate Chaiva. Even in ordinary social activities, these 6 types of dealings between 2 loving friends are absolutely necessary. For instance, when one businessman wishes to contact another businessman, he arranges a feast in a hotel, and over the feast, openly expresses what he wishes to do. He then inquires from his business friend how he should act, and sometimes presents are exchanged. Thus, whenever there is a dealing of priti or love in intimate dealings, these 6 activities are executed. In the previous verse, Srila Rupa Goswami advised that one should renounce worldly association and keep company with the devotees. Sangha Chagat Sato Rete. The International Society for Krishna Consciousness has been established to facilitate the 6 kinds of loving exchanges between devotees. This society was started single-handedly, but because people are coming forward and dealing with the give and take policy, the society is now expanding all over the world. We are glad that people are donating very liberally to the development of the society's activities, and people are also eagerly accepting whatever humble contribution we are giving them in the shape of books and magazines, dealing strictly with the subject matter of Krishna consciousness. We sometimes hold Hare Krishna festival and invite life members and friends to participate in the feasting by accepting prasada. Although most of our members came from higher ranks of society, they nonetheless came and take whatever little prasada we are able to offer them. Sometimes the members and supporters inquire very confidentially about the methods of performing devotional service, and we try to explain this. In this way, our society is successfully spreading all over the world, and the intelligentsia of all countries is gradually appreciating our Krishna conscious activity. The life of the Krishna conscious society is nourished by these 6 types of loving exchange among the members. Therefore, people must be given the chance to associate with the devotees of ISKCON, because simply by reciprocating in the 6 ways mentioned above, an ordinary mind can fully revive his dormant Krishna consciousness. In Bhagavad Gita chapter 2 verse 62, it is stated, Sangat Sanjate Kamaha. One's desire and ambitions develop according to the company one keeps. It is often said that a man is known by his company, and if an ordinary man associates with devotees, he will certainly develop his dormant Krishna consciousness. The understanding of Krishna consciousness is innate in every living entity, and it is already developed to some extent when the living entity takes a human body. It is said in the Chaitanya Charatamrita Madhya 22.107, Nitya Siddhak Krishna Prema, Sadaya Kabunaya Shravanade Suda Sete Karaye Odaya. Pure love for Krishna is eternally established in the hearts of living entities. It is not something to be gained from another source. When the heart is purified by hearing and chanting, the living entity naturally awakens. Since Krishna consciousness is inherent in every living entity, everyone should be given a chance to hear about Krishna simply by hearing and chanting, Shravanam Kirtanam. One's heart is directly purified and one's original Krishna consciousness is immediately awakened. Krishna consciousness is not artificially imposed upon the heart. It is already there. When one chants the holy name of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the heart is cleansed of all mundane contamination. In the first stanza of his Sri Siksastaka, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Seto Darpana Marjanam Baba, Mahadavane Nirbapana Panam Sheya Kairavacha, Indrika Vitaranam Vidya Badojeja Jivanam, Anandam Budi Varde Vardanam, Pratefadam Purnamritas Vadanam, Sarvatma Strapanam Param, Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. All glory to the Shri Krishna Sankirtana, which cleanses the heart of all the dust accumulated for years and extinguishes the fire of conditional life, of repeated birth and death. This Sankirtana movement is the prime benediction for humanity at large because it spreads the rays of the benediction moon. It is the life of all transcendental knowledge. It increases the ocean of transcendental bliss, and it enables us to fully taste the nectar of which we are always anxious. Not only in the chanter of the Mahamantra purified, but the heart of anyone who happens to hear the transcendental vibration of Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare.
Rama, Rama,
Hare
Rama, Rama, Hare
Hare.
is also cleansed. Even the souls embodied in lower animals, insects, trees, and other species of life also become purified and prepared to become fully Krishna conscious simply by hearing the transcendental vibration. This was explained by Thakura Haridas when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu inquired from him how living entities lower than human beings can be delivered from material bondage. Haridas Thakura said that the chanting of the holy names is so powerful that even if one chants in the remotest parts of the jungle, the trees and animals will advance in Krishna consciousness simply by hearing the vibration. This was actually by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself when he passed through the forest of Jarikanda. At that time, the tiger, snakes, deer, and all other animals abandoned their natural animosity and began chanting and dancing in Sankirtana. Of course, we cannot imitate the activities of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but we should follow his footsteps. We are not powerful enough to enchant the lower animals such as tigers, snakes, cats, and dogs, or entice them to dance. But by chanting the holy names of the Lord, we can actually convert many people throughout the world to Krishna consciousness. Contributing or distributing the holy name of the Lord is a sublime example of contributing or giving charity. the Dadati principle. By the same token, one must also follow the Pratigrehanate principle and be willing and ready to receive the transcendental gift. One should inquire about the Krishna consciousness movement and open his mind in order to understand the situation of this material world. Thus, the Goyam Akyate Prachyate principle can be served. The member of International Society for Krishna Consciousness invite the society's member and supporters to dine with them when they hold love feasts in all their branches every Sunday. Many interested people come to honor prasada, and whenever possible, they invite members of the society to their homes and feed them sumptuously with prasada. In this way, both members of the society and the general public are benefited. People should give up the company of so-called yogis, jnanis, karmis, and philanthropists because their association can benefit no one. If one really wants to attain the goal of human life, he should associate with devotees of Krishna consciousness movement because it is the only movement that teaches one how to develop love of God. Religion is the special function of human society, and it constitutes the distinction between human society and animal society. Animal society has no church, mosque, or religion system. In all parts of the world, however downtrodden human society may be, there is some system of religion. Even tribal aborigines in the jungle also have a system of religion. When a religion system develops and turns into love of God, it is successful, as stated in the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam 1.2.6. Shabay pursam paro dharmo, yakto bhaktir aduk sahe, ajikoti aprati hata, yayatma soprasi dati. The supreme occupation, dharma, for all humanity is that by which men can attain to loving devotional service unto the transcendent Lord. Such devotional service must be unmotivated and uninterrupted in order to completely satisfy the self. If the members of human society actually want peace of mind, tranquility, and friendly relations between men and nations, they must follow the Krishna consciousness system of religion, by which they can develop their dormant love for Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. As soon as people do so, their minds will immediately be filled with peace and tranquility. In this regard, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Sarasvati Thakur warns all devotees engaged in broadcasting the Krishna consciousness movement not to speak to the impersonalists, Mayavadis, who are always determined to oppose such theistic movement. The world is full of Mayavadis and atheists, and the political parties of the world take advantage of Mayavada and other atheistic philosophies to promote materialism. Sometimes they even back a strong party to oppose the Krishna consciousness movement. The Mayavadis and other atheists do not want the Krishna consciousness movement to develop because it educates people in God consciousness. Such is the policy of the atheist. There is no benefit in feeding a snake milk and bananas because the snake will never be satisfied. On the contrary, by taking milk and bananas, the snake simply becomes more poisonous. Kevalam bisha vardhanam. If a snake is given milk to drink, its poison simply increases. For a similar reason, we should not disclose our minds to the serpent Mayavadis and Karmis. Such disclosures will never help. It is best to avoid association with them completely and never ask them about anything confidential because they cannot give good advice. Nor should we extend invitations to Mayavadis and atheists, nor accept their invitations. For by such intimate intermingling, we may become affected by atheistic mentality. Sangats sanjayate kama. It is the negative junction of this verse that we should refrain from giving anything to or accepting anything from the Mayavadis and atheists. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has also warned, Visayira ana khaile dusta haya mana. By eating food prepared by worldly people, one's mind becomes weak. Unless one is very advanced, is unable to utilize everyone's contribution to further the Krishna consciousness movement. Therefore, on principle, one should not accept charity from the Mayavadis or atheists. Indeed, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has forbidden devotees to associate even with ordinary men who are too addicted to material sense gratification. The conclusion is that we should always keep company with devotees, observe the regulative devotional principles, follow in the steps of acharyas, and in full obedience carry out the order of the spiritual master. In this way, we shall be able to develop our devotional service and dormant Krishna consciousness. The devotee who is neither a neophyte or a Mahabhagavata, a greatly advanced devotee, but is within the middle status of devotional service, is expected to love the Supreme Personality of Godhead, makes friends with the devotees, show favor to the ignorant, and reject the jealous and demoniac. In this verse, there is a brief mention of the process of making loving transaction with the Supreme Personality of Godhead and making friends with the devotees. According to the Dadati principle, an advanced devotee is supposed to spend at least 50% of his income on the service of Lord and his devotees. Srila Rupa Goswami has set much an example in his life. When he decided to retire, he distributed 50% of his life earnings to Krishna's service and 25% to his relatives, and kept 25% for personal emergencies. This example should be followed by all devotees. Whatever one's income, 50% should be spent on behalf of Krishna and his devotees, and this will fulfill the demands of Dadati. Hare Krishna.
In the next verse, Srila Rupa Goswami informs us what kind of Vaishnava should be selected as a friend and how Vaishnava should be served. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. So, it's a very, very straightforward purport. Prabhupada was, because Prabhupada was very, very particular about Mayavadis, so he stressed most about them, how we should avoid them. Because Prabhupada is, if you look Prabhupada Pranam, Namaste, Saraswati Devi, Gauravani Prachar, Nirvishesha Shunyavadi. So Prabhupada is always very heavy on Mayavadis and Suyavadis. The atheists also very heavy on them. So Prabhupada was stressing so much how we should avoid the association. We should not take anything from them. Even we should not take charity from them. Because if you are not very advanced, you may not be able to utilize their charitable gifts like that. So Prabhupada was very heavy. But towards the end, Prabhupada made a very, very salient point about giving 50% to Krishna consciousness. Even giving 10% is very difficult for devotees. Just imagine after collecting your salary, you come and give half of the salary to Krishna. If you can do that, I will wash your feet and drink the water and put the remaining on my head. If you can give 50% of your income to Krishna after working, at the end of the month, just come and tell me, I will wash your feet because you are a pure devotee of Krishna already. I will wash your feet, then I sprinkle the water on my head, and I will drink it so that I can get purified. Because I'm not on that level yet. So actually, Prabhupada is telling us, as a Grihastha, this should be the goal. We may not be on that level yet. Okay? We may not be on that level yet, but at the end of the day, this should be the goal. That we work, we get our payment, our money, we divide it into two. And Krishna, this is yours. If a devotee can practice this, you are as pure as those who are staying in the temple. Prabhupada said this again in one of the purports in Srimad Bhagavatam. Because it's not easy. You work very hard. Then you divide into 50 into 2. And you are giving half for Krishna for the preaching movement. Prabhupada say if you want a devotee is doing this, he's already a pure devotee. It's equal to somebody who is staying in the temple. Yeah. So that is the goal. The goal is to come to this level of surrendering. That we work. Papa did not say we should give up our work. No. You work and you give 50% to Krishna. You are as pure as one who is totally surrendered to Krishna. So it's very, very important. We should understand. So this Prabhupada was, very emphatic. He mentioned it in the middle, and again, he mentioned it towards the end of the purport. So we could understand how to become purified in terms of these loving exchanges. Okay? And Prabhupada was also mentioning in the purport how devotees should share this Krishna consciousness with the general public. Very, very important. Yaredeka tarekaha, Krishna Upadesh, Amara Akya Guru Anatara Idesh. There's one when Chaitanya Prabhu was traveling through the South India, he came to a Grihastha house. The Grihastha was so enchanted by Chaitanya Prabhu, he loved to follow Chaitanya Prabhu. He said, my Lord, I want to follow you. Chaitanya Prabhu said, no, go back to the house. Go and preach. Yarede Kataeka, Krishna Upadesh, Amara Agya Guru Anataradesh. Go and preach about Krishna to others and become a guru and deliver the people on the land. Okay? So Chaitanya Prabhu also does not agree with premature, or sentimental surrendering to Krishna. We should walk and preach at the same time. Means as you are preaching, as you are walking, you should try to give Krishna consciousness to those who are around you. That is you are doing much more higher service than those who are not preaching at all. Okay? I remember the Jehovah's Witness people, the organization is so organized in such a way that when you join them, you are trained to go out to preach. No matter what is your status, you have to pick one day in a week when you go out to preach. So immediately you join that organization, you already know you are joining a preaching movement. Same thing also is Krishna consciousness. We are preaching movement. So we should, devise a means, use our intelligence on how to share this Krishna consciousness to others. So let's come back to how to apply this. Like I remember when we were doing this in Mayapur, when we were doing the devotee work, we're talking about this revealing mind in confidence and inquire confidentially. So the Prabhu who was facilitating was talking about, this, like a devotee revealing his mind to another devotee in confidence. Like, what is my situation, my past experiences, or my past behavior, my challenges, even now as a devotee, Then immediately when they have misunderstanding, this other devotee is already on the internet and spreading the news. And this has, affected devotee relationship. That is why you see many devotees, they cannot reveal their heart to other devotees. And it's affecting us. Because why? If you cannot reveal your heart with confidence to other devotee, how you are feeling and how they can help you, then you just keep it inside there. And you'll be boiling and you'll be boiling. One day you just explode. Or as we say, they will say the devotee bloop, bloop. I remember one time the devotee who was facilitating the course for us, he was saying, there was one Mataji, he was speaking to a Maharaj, and the Maharaj was just listening to her. And then after listening to her, the Maharaj did not say anything. And this Mataji started crying and thanking the Maharaj. And it's like, what have I done? He said, Maharaj, thank you for listening to me. You are the only one who have listened to me throughout all my life. Sometimes when devotee come to you to reveal their mind. They don't even need your preaching because they already know the preaching. They just want to reveal, they just want to empty their mind. They want to, reveal their mind. They want to empty themselves so that they feel light. But most of the time, we always do the mistake of always preaching. You are not the body, you are spirit, so chant your rounds. Sometimes they don't need your preaching. They just want somebody to listen to them. You just want somebody to listen to them. So I think we should cultivate this habit. That when the body come to us and they trust us and they want to reveal their mind and confidence to us, we should just listen. That is what we call empathic listening. Just listen and empathize with them. Okay, and no matter what, we should not share this with others. Even when in the future we have misunderstanding with that devotee, we should try to keep it, not to hurt that devotee, because you will not gain anything by doing that. In that way, we can build a very strong bond in our movement. If we can practice this, revealing the mind, then if the devotee asks you for suggestion, that is inquiring confidentially now, what can I do? Then you can give suggestions. You can give advice. This is very, very, very important. Like I said, the first two is easier for us, giving gifts, accepting gifts. The last two, giving precedent, accepting precedent. But these middle two, revealing mind in confidence and inquire confidentially, it has been something that is disturbing devotee association for a long time. Okay, so our generation, we have to be a little bit more different by, try to inculcate this principle of Srila Rupa Goswami into our life. When a devotee reveals their mind to us in confidence, even when we have misunderstanding with such devotee, we should not think the best way we can hurt them is by revealing whatever they have told us in confidence to others or to the public. This is not good. You break the trust of that devotee, and that devotee, will never trust devotee as anyone again. So we should not do this. We should always try our best to practice this, That is why you see, I've observed in the Catholic, people, they go to on Sunday, they go to the box, and they just pour out their mind to the Father. Oh, Father, I'm doing this. I want this. Please, I'm doing this. Please pray for me. They just reveal their mind. People, we all in any organization, any society, when people are living together, people need to just pour out their mind sometimes. It's very, very important of society. Very important. So if we in a devotee society, we should learn to, especially if you are the leader of the group, or if devotees are very close to you, you should learn to keep devotee confidentiality. Not that when you are hungry, or they make you hungry, or you have misunderstanding, oh, I'm going to tell everyone what you have told me. Yes, because
they're always in their face.
Yes, like you feel that this is the best way you can hurt them. We should not do that. Okay, so we have to learn to practice, because this is loving exchange. Actually, if we can keep this, if we can practice this, we will build a strong bond among ourselves. That is why you see many devotees, they don't trust each other. They don't trust themselves. Many devotees, they don't trust themselves. It's like, we are relating, but we don't trust ourselves because we're always skeptical. Oh, if I tell this to this devotee now, I don't know what he will say tomorrow. We're always in that kind of mood. It should not be like that. We should have someone that we can reveal our mind in confidentiality, without judgment. That they should not judge us. It's not that when the person starts speaking to us, you start telling him, Mataji, you are in Maya, you are in Maya. No, that is not how to do it. No. Oh, you are in Maya, you should chant your rounds. No, it's not good. If the person can chant his round and be okay, why would he come and reveal his mind or a mind to you in confidence? He will have chanted anyway. But if a devotee feel like revealing his mind to other devotee, it means that they want to, do that at that point. So don't preach to them. You are in Maya, you should chant. Go and read the scripture. You are not chanting your round attentively. That's why you're having a problem. So we should be very conscious of this. This principle enumerated by Srila Rupa Goswami. Dadati Pratikrinati. If you want to use it for preaching, you can see Dadati principle. Like you see many times Prabhupada you're using it in the purport, Dadati principle. These are the 6 symptoms of loving exchange between devotee. And we should start practicing it. We should practice it. Me, as a devotee, I have a devotee I always reveal my mind into. Even my Guru Maharaj, I don't reveal my mind to my Guru Maharaj, because sometimes sometimes you have to be, sometimes if you reveal to you, if your guru will tell this, there's sometimes the guru, when you tell your mind to your guru, he will go and tell the leaders. And the leader, because he cannot keep his mouth shut, he will go and tell everybody. So sometimes you have to be very careful also, because if you have, because the guru is telling the leader so that he can help you, but he doesn't know the level of that leader, that the leader also, he cannot keep his mouth shut. Then he will tell everybody, oh, see, the guru told me that this Prabhu is like this, and that devotee is going into trouble.
He doesn't know the temple politics.
He doesn't know the temple politics. And you go and tell the leader, and the leader will tell all the devotees, you see, his guru told me. You see, he's directly from his guru. And then the devotee, feel hurt. Oh, I will not tell to my guru again, so we have to pick a devotee, who we know that we can reveal our mind to, and they will not be judgmental. In that way, we build a very strong relationship in devotee community. Okay, we have a devotee. Every time you can call the devotee for prasadam in your place, you can go to their place for prasadam. Gradually like that. This is how we build loving exchanges in the association of devotee. So this principle we have to practice. It's very, very important for our, strong bond in the society. It's very important. So it's not just everybody you just reveal your mind to. You have to pick a devotee. You have to study devotee. You have to try them, by telling them little things to see whether you are going to hear it from another person, from another place. When you don't hear it, then you can then you can really trust such devotee, So it's very, very important for us, actually. So any comments, question? Then we can stop here.
Comment?
Yeah, comments. Go ahead.
I really like Prabhupada. He talked about the mind bodies, and he said that we should not even accept. No, we should not. We should refrain from giving anything or accepting anything from Mayavadis and atheists. Sometimes the statement that we should not even accept water from Mayavadis and personalists. I know specifically, like Srila Prabhupada's God brothers, they would reject even water if it was given by Mayavadi or atheist. And there was this one pastime where a Mayavadi came to visit Srila Prabhupada. He was quite respectful. But then he gave one of his Mayavadi commentaries to Srila Prabhupada as a gift. And then Prabhupada said, oh, thank you. And then the man left, and it was Sunday. It was a Sunday feast day. So then he went downstairs and they were offering prasadam, but they didn't have any plates. So Prabhupada, he told to Mahakrishna Maharaj, oh, please get that book that our friend, he gave me as a gift. And Mahakrishna was like, why? Why do you want that book? You just grab it, get it for me. Come. And then, so, to Mahakrishna Maharaj, he brought the book, and then Srila Prabhupada, he just started to rip the book, piece by piece, page by page, ripping it. And then he gave it to Mahakrishna Goswami. Now just give them to all the guests. You know, that when they're serving prashadam, you can use it as prashadam plate. So this is a very nice story because it's like Srila Prabhupada is just so intelligent. He knows how to utilize Krishna's energy according to time, place, and circumstance. Usually, you know, we wouldn't know what to do in such a circumstance, you know, to accept the Mayavadi and then have to host him, and then, you know, actually most people would just reject him, you know, just don't let him come near me, you know, it's better. But Srila Prabhupada, he accepted the invitation, accepted him, accepted his book graciously, and then used it in Krishna's service. It's a very amazing thing. It's very difficult actually. So that's why he suggested in the purport that it's better to just completely avoid Mayavadis. But if one is intelligent enough, then anything can be used in Krishna's service. One example.
Thank you very much, Prabhu, for that wonderful example. Any other comments or contribution?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, I wanted to also add, as you mentioned, that it is very important to reveal our heart with confidence or our mind with confidence, because these emotions, based on my training, they will store in your body. Like, for example, if you're going through fear, you're going through like anxiety and all of this anger, it will store in your body. So yeah, it is important, as you mentioned, that it's good that you will have like somebody that you really trust, that you can reveal your heart. At the same time, you will not hurt other people as well. So just want to add it on. So devotees will really take it seriously, that if you feel fear, you should not be afraid, because those emotions are our friend. It's just like we need to like learn to communicate it in a more healthy way. So yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you. You are really learning. Thank you. Thank you for sharing what you are learning with us. Any other comments, contribution? Okay, it's already 8:07. I have to rush to the altar. Thank you very much. We should read ahead. Tomorrow we're going to test 5. It's a very nice one also, after the chant, the loving exchanges. How we are going to relate with the devotees. Now, Srila Rupa Goswami mentioned how we should show our love among the devotees, but now it's going to tell us the different levels of devotees also. Okay, the one we should intimately associate with, the one we should mentally associate with, we should just offer respect to them mentally, and all these different levels of devotees we are going to read in the next verse. So if we can read before tomorrow, it will be very nice. And also read before tomorrow. And now I'm not asking you to tell me how you are practically going to apply it. I'm telling you, you tell me one devotee you have seen, you don't need to mention the devotee name, who kind of fall into any of this category, okay? Based on proper purpose, okay? We're going to see so many points there. So you can give example of devotee, you don't need to mention name, but who fall in any of this category, okay? Are we good?
Mm.
Don't need to.
Thank you so much, Srila Prabhupada.
Yeah, we should just give an example.
Okay.
Just give example.
No name calling.
No name calling. Just get, one devotee one time, is this like this, like that. Then mentally I have to avoid him because he did like this every time. We always, just no name calling. Just mention, give example, and like that. Okay. So see you tomorrow, same time, same place, same platform, and wonderful faces. So see you tomorrow.
Jai Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Bye, everyone.
Hare Krishna. Bye.